لا ينهاكم الله عن الذين لم يقاتلوكم في الدين ولم يخرجوكم من دياركم أن تبروهم وتقسطوا إليهم إن الله يحب المقسطين. Allah does not prohibit you concerning those people who don't fight you because of your religion and don't drive you out of your homes. Allah doesn't prohibit you from being good to them and fair to them, because Allah, He loves those that are fair. So anything of the deen of Islam that your Lord has commanded you to follow, you should not be embarrassed about it. You should not be shy about it like many from amongst the Muslimun are today, suffering from that al-hazima al-nafsiyah, that inferiority complex concerning their deen. So they become ashamed of practicing certain things amongst the disbelievers. Your Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, he taught you that if the food falls on the floor, you don't throw it away for the devil to eat from. Rather, this Islam, it teaches you that you pick up that piece of food and you eat it, because of the fact that the creator of the heavens and the earth, who created that food and created you, he sent a prophet saying that there's no problem in doing that in any way, shape or form. And so when the disbeliever, he turns to you and he says that, look at what your religion teaches you, you tell him, I have no problem in doing that. I believe in something greater than that. I believe that this man Muhammad, he said that if you don't follow Islam, you're gonna go to hell. But if you follow Islam, you'll get to enter eternal bliss, al-Jannah. The disbeliever of Islam, they cause the women of Islam, they cause them to become a feeling of inferiority because of the hijab. The Muslim women, some of them, they feel ashamed to wear the hijab. They feel ashamed to cover themselves. They feel embarrassed. What are people going to say? They're going to say to me that your religion is an oppressive religion. They're going to say to me that, look at your religion. It forces you to cover yourself. They're going to call me because I cover my face a bank robber. They're going to say that you look like a bank robber. They're going to say that you look like a letterbox. But then consider this, that those very same people that just yesterday were calling you, my sister in Islam, a bank robber, looking like a bank robber, looking like a letterbox, those very same people that were saying that to you yesterday, today, how they raced before even the face mask even became mandatory. Before it even became mandatory, those that accused the women of Islam of looking like bank robbers and looking like letterboxes, how they raced to put on the face mask before it even became a legal obligation. How they raced to look like those bank robbers. How they raced to look like those letterboxes before it even became a legal obligation here. Why? Why did those people race? Why did they not say, what are people going to say? I'm going to be embarrassed going out in public, covering my face. Why did they not say that? Why did they rush to do that? Those that accused you, the Muslim woman, of looking like a bank robber, of looking like a letterbox. Why did they race to do that? Because those that told them to do so had wazn in their eyes. They found weight in their kalam. Those that told them to cover their faces before it even became mandatory, their kalam had wazn, their kalam had weight in their eyes, and thus they raced. Sami'u wa ata'u, they heard and they obeyed before it even became a legal obligation. Now it's a different story. Before it even became a legal obligation, those that called the Muslim women letterboxes and bank robbers because they covered their face, they within a day raced towards looking like those letterboxes and like those bank robbers. Why? Because the kalam of those that told them to wear those face masks had wazn in their eyes. Where is the wazn in your eyes of the kalam of your Rabb, who tells you to cover yourself? Where did the wazn of that kalam go? Where did the weight of that kalam go? Your Messenger alayhi salatu wasalam, he said that the men, they should grow their beards and trim their mustaches. Your messenger said it, not me, not anybody else. Your messenger alayhi salatu wasalam, alladhi la yantiqu anil hawa, the one who doesn't speak from himself, it's from Allah. He said that the men should grow their beards and they should trim their mustaches. And so there's that period of time, there's been that period of time where men, Muslim men, they would feel this hazima, this inferiority complex. I don't want to do it. People are going to call me scruffy. I'm going to have problems at work. People are going to say I look scruffy, untidy. But then lo and behold, now as the culture is changing, now it's becoming a trend to have the beard. Those same people who consider it to be scruffy to wear the beard, now because it's a trend, now because it's cool to do it, now they're doing it. Those people, they're not bothered about what anybody else is going to say to them. Why? Because the trend, it has wazn in their eyes. The trend, the culture, it has wazn, it has weight in their eyes. Where is the wazn of the kalam of your Rasul alayhi salatu wasalam, when he said to you, leave your beards and trim your mustaches? And we can go on and on and on and on about how many things the Muslims, they engage in that Allah Jalla wa Ala has prohibited. How many things the Muslims leave of the deen. Why? Just because they have this inferiority complex concerning their religion. That Muslim man, that Muslim woman should bring to mind the statement of the Messenger alayhi salatu wasalam, Al-Islam ya'lu wa la yu'la alayhi. Islam, it is superior and it cannot be made inferior. But for that superiority, for that dominance to become manifest, you have to manifest your Islam. Allah's Messenger alayhi salatu wasalam, he said, Al-Islam ya'lu wa la yu'la alayhi. Islam, it is superior, dominant, and it cannot be made inferior. It cannot be dominated. And the greatest thing that it is superior in is its asl, its foundation, the aqeedah, the belief system of Islam. That is the thing that sets it apart from everything else. That is the thing that makes it so superior. And then everything else follows on from that. When you realize that your izzah and your superiority as a Muslim, it is found in your aqeedah, it is found in your belief, it is found in your creed, then that means that you have to pay great attention to your aqeedah, great attention to your belief, great attention to what makes you separate from everybody else. And if you're not careful about it, if you don't give it its due concern, its due attention, then that thing that gives you izzah, that thing that gives you superiority, because it's not there, you'll become inferior. You'll become dominated. You'll become like nothing. Your izzah is in your aqeedah. And those that plot and conspire against Islam, they recognize that. They recognize this fact. And thus you'll find some of them having said, even 50, 60, 70, 80 years ago, that the reason, this is their statement, that the reason behind the downfall of classical Islam, meaning Salafiyah, that which the Salaf were upon, the Aqeedah that the Salaf were upon, the early Imams, whose authority of religion was borne witness to, that the reason behind the downfall of classical Islam was the entrance of Greek philosophy into the ranks of the Muslims. And when Greek philosophy entered into the ranks of the Muslims, that resulted in the non-Arab who weren't educated about Islam explaining the Islamic belief system away in light of Greek philosophy. That is the reason what brought about the downfall, the destruction of Islam. Who said that? A Muslim? A non-Muslim? A non-Muslim that is fair with the Muslims? No. A non-Muslim that conspired against Muslims, someone that was part of the KKK, the Ku Klux Klan. Even they made these observations. Even they know this, that your izzah, ya Abdullah, it is in your aqeedah. And when you allow, and when you're not when your guard isn't up, and when you're not on the ball concerning what beliefs are coming to you and what beliefs you're being made to believe in, when you're not on the ball in relation to that, that is what is going to bring about your destruction. As has been borne witness by these people who are not even Muslims. Therefore, this indicates, my brother, may Allah have mercy upon you, my sister, may Allah have mercy upon you. This indicates very clearly that the Muslim has to give a great amount, the greatest amount in fact, of attention to his aqeedah, ensuring that he is not allowing the beliefs that are present within the textbooks of your children at school, for example, beliefs that are being put forth to you within various different media outlets, that those beliefs don't affect you, that those beliefs don't infiltrate into you in the guise of Islam. Rather, the Muslim, he should be shrewd, he should be wise, he should be on the ball, ensuring that he's learning the correct aqeedah. If he doesn't do so, then the very same thing that caused him to become superior will cause him to become inferior as a result of leaving, as a result of being negligent concerning his correct aqeedah.